zufällig, aber einfach sozusagen sich gesammelt hat, vollzieht man so lange nach, bis es zum Essen ging, also zur Versammlung.
Versammlungsbegriff, nicht den Versammeln, den Ansammeln-Begriff, ist darin dann immer sozusagen durch die Hintertür, unter welchen Bedingungen, in welchem Rahmen, in welchem Raum, mit welchem Körper, schließt sozusagen diese Figur nicht unbedingt aus. Nur dass sie
die noch nicht mal mit einer stringenten Agenz irgendwie stattfinden muss, aber es muss diesen Wahrnehmungsmoment geben, natürlich auch noch haben.
I thought a lot when I was walking around here about like what does public space mean and how we maybe should unlearn what public space mean or relearn what it means, and what you said about space does remind me a little bit about that. So just like it sounds a little bit like your whatever space we're talking about, it's like about reclaiming the space or claiming the space for the moment.
It's not reclaiming as re-change the understanding of who owns the space. Because no matter if it's a big institution or the government or whoever owns the space, it's always matter who is participating in the event.
Yeah.
So at the end, who owns structure, he's only owning structure. But they don't own any credit of doing anything. Because what have been done or what is doing is on process of doing, it's come from people.
Right.
And always for us is we keeping a big eye on what people need.
But that's what I think is so interesting, and it reminds me of what public space could be, because we have a definition of a general common understanding of public space is like it's in generally, if you think about a Platz or like a park, it's planned, it's rational, it belongs to the city, it is created usually by the city, and then you have this. But you're saying, and I would agree, and I think that shows it to us, and often artists show that to us. It's that it's like this lived space and performed space, and where people come together and they create the public space. Yeah. But that would mean like, redefining maybe public space.
This is the issue, like because we have let's say standards in our mind. We learned from school or university that public spaces is run by this authority. And it's not possible to do anything in it unless we get permission. So we tackle that over and we make it our own way of creating public space.
Ich finde das Unlearning eigentlich sehr oft damit zu tun, dass man einen Raum verlässt, einen Kontext verlässt und dass man etwas verlässt sozusagen. Und im metaphorischen Sinne einen Denkraum verlässt, aber vielleicht tatsächlich, dass man einen Raum verlässt, rausgeht zu einem anderen Raum. Ich denke mir oft auch, weil ich auch von einer räumlichen Praxis komme, wie die Räume lernen oder verlernen beeinflussen können.
Ich musste auch gerade irgendwie so über das Sprachliche nachdenken. Wenn man etwas verlernt, ist es ja nicht unbedingt so, dass man was vergisst oder dann weniger kann, wie du eben sagst, dass man Platz für was Neues hat oder eben alte Dinge in Frage stellt und sie neu anordnen kann oder neu ausdrücken.
Also so wie modernistisches, so eine Art so Tabula rasa, dass man etwas sogar ein ganzes Stadtgebiet platt macht, um was Neues drauf zu bauen. Ich glaube, so eine Art Verlernen wäre trotzdem destruktiv. Vielleicht muss man eine gewisse Art so differenzieren oder darüber nachdenken, was Verlernen bedeuten konnte. Und das von dem Effizienzbegriff befreien. Nicht so zu denken, okay, was machen wir, damit wir viel mehr lernen, dass es nicht so damit verbunden ist.
Wie machen wir das, dass wir das lernen, was wir eigentlich brauchen, um weiter denken zu können, weiter hinterfragen zu können?
Thank you, everyone. I think normally if you have a conference or any setup like this, you have experts and you have participants, and there you already have like a hierarchy, right? You have the ones who give the input and the others who listen. And as you already can see here, we are all expert on something. And what I would like to try to do is to destroy this hierarchy of someone giving an input and the others just listening all the time. And maybe this is like a nice way to introduce you a bit more, which you have to do by yourself today.
I came up with this experiment. It's very basic. It's based on other design thinking formats of ideation, where it's an exercise that is written, where you put your ideas on the page and you circle the page around. So what you write gets seen and commented on by everybody on the table. If you want, we can do it now with this question that you pose to the group, if you want to experience it. What is important to me about this is really like how it undoes group dynamics and usual group discussions. That it tries to really level all the voices around the table. Many parallel conversations are able to happen in the same time. And there's more than one way of thinking. It doesn't just use the literal, but because the page has a space within it, it also can manifest itself spatially. It can manifest itself through drawing. People comment in different ways. So it's not just a linear verbal development of a concept, it's a very spatial way of